Your offer is not weak because you need a better font. It is weak because it bends the moment pressure touches it. Someone asks who it is for, and the answer gets wide. Someone asks what problem it solves, and the answer turns into a speech. Someone asks what changes after they buy, and you start describing your passion instead of their result. That is not a marketing problem first. That is a spine problem. A blade can be polished and still fold on contact. An offer can sound beautiful and still collapse when a real buyer asks why this, why now, and why you. The few do not hide a soft offer under louder content. They take it back to the anvil. They give it a backbone. You may already know this feeling. You have the ideas. You have the skill. You have the ambition. You can see the business in your mind before anyone else can see it in the market. So you start posting. You start talking about what you do. You tell people you help creators grow. You help founders build systems. You help people change their mindset. You help businesses get better. And none of it is technically false. But it is too soft to carry money. It sounds like effort. It sounds like intention. It sounds like a hallway with every door open. The buyer cannot feel the edge. They cannot see the exact pain you are naming. They cannot picture the result clearly enough to want it now. They cannot tell why your offer is different from every other person saying they can help. So they hesitate. They save the post. They say, "This is interesting." They ask for more information. Then they disappear. And because you are close to the work, you start blaming the wrong thing. Maybe I need better design. Maybe I need a bigger audience. Maybe I need a new funnel. Maybe I need to post more. Maybe I need to explain myself better. Sometimes the answer is simpler and harder. Your offer is not clear enough to survive contact with doubt. The buyer is not confused because they are stupid. They are confused because the promise has no spine. It has no strong line running through the middle. No one buyer. No one problem. No one outcome. No proof point that makes the promise feel real. That is why it bends. In the forge, a blade is not made strong by the shine. The polish comes later. The handle comes later. The beautiful edge comes later. First, the metal needs structure. It needs heat. It needs pressure. It needs a spine that can carry force without folding. The spine is not the loudest part of the blade. But without it, the edge is decoration. That is your offer. The words on the sales page are not the spine. The logo is not the spine. The clever name is not the spine. The content around it is not the spine. The backbone is the part that answers pressure. Who is this for? What pain is heavy enough that they will move now? What outcome do they get if this works? What proof makes that outcome believable? If those 4 answers are vague, everything else gets heavier. Every post has to work harder. Every sales call has to explain too much. Every conversation depends on charisma. Every objection feels personal because the offer has no structure to absorb it. That is why vague offers exhaust the builder. You are not only trying to sell. You are trying to hold the whole promise together with your hands. A strong offer carries some of that weight for you. It tells the right person, "This is for me." It tells the wrong person, "This is not for me." It tells the buyer what pain you understand. It tells them what result you are willing to be judged by. It gives them a reason to believe before they give you trust. That is not manipulation. That is respect. Clarity respects the buyer's time. Specificity respects the builder's standard. Proof respects the money being asked for. The forge does not reward metal for being emotional. It rewards metal that can take shape under heat. Your offer has to take shape the same way. So make this practical today. Write 4 lines. Do not design them first. Do not make a new landing page first. Do not hide inside branding before the promise is strong. Line 1. This is for one buyer. Not everyone with ambition. Not brands. Not creators in general. Name the person so clearly they feel seen and everyone else feels excluded. Example. This is for solo consultants who get leads from content but cannot turn attention into a clear paid offer. Line 2. This solves one painful problem. Not a category. Not a vague desire. Name the pressure they already feel. They have content, calls, and ideas, but no offer clear enough to sell without over-explaining. Line 3. This creates one outcome. The outcome must be visible. It should change behavior, money, time, confidence, or decision speed. They leave with a one-page offer backbone they can use in content, sales calls, and a simple landing page. Line 4. This has one proof point. Proof can be a result, a process, a case study, a demonstration, a working artifact, or a hard-won pattern from your own work. But it cannot be empty confidence. It has to give the buyer something solid to stand on. Those 4 lines are the anvil. Buyer. Problem. Outcome. Proof. If you cannot write them, do not panic. That is not failure. That is the forge showing you where the metal is still soft. Now heat it again. Narrow the buyer. Make the pain sharper. Make the outcome easier to picture. Find or create the proof. Then test the offer in the real world. Say it in one sentence. Put it in one post. Use it on one call. Ask one qualified person what part feels unclear. Do not ask everyone. Ask the kind of buyer the offer was built for. The goal is not to make the offer sound impressive. The goal is to make it strong enough that a real buyer can understand it under pressure. Your offer does not need more smoke. It needs more spine. Stop trying to sell the whole universe. Stop asking vague language to do precise work. Stop polishing a blade that still bends. Name the buyer. Name the pain. Name the outcome. Show the proof. Then let the offer stand on the anvil and see what it can survive. This is the vow. Before the day ends, write the backbone. One buyer. Problem. One outcome. One proof point. No hiding inside pretty language. No waiting for a bigger audience. No blaming the market before the metal has been shaped. The business you want will not be carried by a soft promise. Give the offer a spine. Then strike again.